Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Scheiding, and this is just a very short video just to kind of introduce you to myself, go over the syllabus, and go over the La Lima site for our Principles of Micro-Econ. That would be Econ 130, here for the spring semester of 2019. So this file, the syllabus file that I'll be going over, is here. Let me show you this as a student here. So I'm just in our standard La Lima site here. In the La Lima site, you'll see that syllabus here on the left-hand side. And if you click on that, you'll be able to get a copy of the syllabus. I'll also post it after this video. I've created it. I'll post it here to the announcements as well. So let me go over the syllabus, and then we'll go over this La Lima site. So I'm here on campus. I'm a assistant professor, so I'm here quite a bit. I've been here at West Oahu for this is my 4th year here, and for an online class, you shouldn't feel like the only way you can contact me is electronically. I am here on campus all the time, so you have the same access to me that anyone taking the in-person version of the class would have. You can come to my office. I'm here in the E building, room 124. You can send me an email. You could also call me, but calling's a little bit iffier. You're probably best just either doing email or coming to my office. I've listed my office hours here. You shouldn't feel like you can only see me at these times. Basically, like I say here, just let me know if you want to speak with me at some other point in time. Here's our formal description of the class in the course catalog. But I would encourage you to kind of read my description, basically, which says that, we'll look at supply and demand, which is what you would have done in 131 if you've taken that course already. And then really the difference is in parts 2 and parts 3 of this course, because it's at that point where we start to look at the types of firms that exist, how consumer demand is determined, and the cost that firms face. These are the student learning outcomes. These are important because they're basically ultimately my contract with you of what I expect you to have learned in this course and what would be the takeaways, key takeaways of what you should gain from this course. Again, I'm kind of going over this quickly. My hope and expectation is that you will read this on your own. But let's spend some time here on assessment. Let me talk a little bit more about it because I'm sure that's probably most of your primary concerns. Basically, this course is divided into thirds, and each of them will be about about 5 weeks long, which adds up to 15. But basically, for each of the topics that we have, there'll be assignments. These assignments will be done in La Lima. The lowest score will be dropped. I can't encourage you enough to do these assignments. Every semester, someone fails this class only because they didn't do the assignments. They did well in the exams, but then they have a 0 for 15% of their exam, or 15% of their grade. And then if the other things are slightly weak, the person could end up with a C, a D, or an F, even though the exams might be okay. So do the assignments. Because it's in La Lima, it's really difficult for me to give any extensions to anyone. It's not because I don't want to. Rather, it's because the La Lima system makes it very difficult, or actually, as far as I know, impossible to give any single student more time to complete something. If you know how, if some other professor has told you how to do it, you can tell me. But I haven't figured out the way to do it. So there is one assignment. The lowest one will be dropped. So that's kind of your free. You get to screw up once and there'll be no harm. But everything else you'll need to do then. Then we have the discussion boards and forums. I am always split about this. I'll be honest. last semester, for instance, we started discussion boards and then they stopped very quickly. I've had mixed success with them. Because I don't want it to waste your time. I don't want everyone to post right before a deadline. I don't want it just to be people wasting their time trying to type something just to meet the assignment, and not actually learning anything. So what I'm going to try to do here is it's still 10% of your grade. What I'm going to do is allow for some self-selection of the class into smaller groups of 3, 4, 5 people, maybe 6 people, and then have those individuals have their own little discussion groups. And so I will list all the students in the class, or I'm sorry, I'll just create I'll create lists, and then you can go ahead and put yourself into a group, and then others can put themselves in that same group if you know anyone else in this class. And that way then you don't have to deal with everyone. You can just deal with 4 or 5 other people besides yourself, and you'll have all the same questions. It's just you don't have to worry about everyone else. And I'm hoping that might make the discussions a little bit more vibrant. And if not, I'll adjust and we'll figure something else out. But I'd like to try this, and this will count for 10% of your grade. And then we have the 3 exams. These exams will be done in La Lima as well, primarily multiple choice with some short answer questions. Now, the book we're going to be using for this class is a free book. So this isn't like if you're taking a business class, you might have had those like IDAP books, or obviously you have other classes where you actually physically buy a book and an access code. None of that is present here. So this is the book that we're using here. It looks like this. It's very plain. But basically, some economists basically took the time to write a textbook and post it on the web for free. And it's a very good book. It's a very good book. And basically, in La Lima, under the textbook tab, you will find the entire textbook. Here I posted as an entire PDF. And here for textbook chapters, I have most of the topics that we're going to do here. There's a few extra ones, but I'm not going to post those just yet. But basically, you could click on this, and at least in Chrome, it's directly embedded there. And this is then the 26 26-page chapter. You can download this PDF. You can print it out. You can buy a physical copy of the book at the bookstore. A student told me that they rented the book for $18 this semester. You can buy a copy of the book. You can buy it at Amazon for $30. And then if you contact me at the end of the semester, I'll find you someone that will buy it from you the next semester, because I will use the same book. So if you want a physical copy of the book, send me an email, and I can give you kind of the links to use to buy it from Amazon. Or you can go to the bookstore. There are copies there. There is also, for this book, there's a single copy in the library that you can borrow when you need to read it. It should be behind the circulation desk on the ground floor of the library. And then, so again, if you have any questions about the book, just let me know. But basically, you do not need to buy anything. All you need to figure out is, are you going to be okay reading the book entirely online? And if you are, then you just read the PDFs that are posted to La Lima. If you know you're going to want something in print, then you're going to need to go to either the bookstore, which has rental and I think new copies. I'm not sure if they have used copies. You go to the library, use the library's copy, which is behind the circulation desk, or go to Amazon. Well, I have to update these dates. Sorry about that. I have them here. I just forgot to delete that. Okay, so I'll fix this file and get rid of that. And here are our 3 dates. January 15th, you can still get 100% of your money back. The 30th, you'll still get half the money back. And then after spring break would be your last day to withdraw from this course. Then we have academic integrity, accommodation, and our grading scale. I'm sure you can go through those on your own. And then we have our topics. Basically, we are going to attempt to do a topic a week, and Something like demand and supply, I give you a little bit more time. Otherwise, when there's an exam, I kind of block off that entire week for you to do the exam. I'll give you a span of days to do it. And that basically takes us all the way through the 11 topics. And the third exam is comprehensive, covering all 11 topics. And so there will be a longer time period to go through those. Now, let's go through tests and quizzes, and then, let's go to topics. So what I tried to do here is I tried to organize this book by topic, even though a textbook typically is organized in chapters. So again, I need to add topic 10 and 11. I'm just sticking with the topics I know we can absolutely cover in the time we have, and then as time permits, I'll add 10 and 11. But basically, this week, for instance, you'll be doing the introduction, topic 1. So what you would do is that for each week, each topic in this course, you would click on the topic. For each week, what you would do is you would go to the textbook and then go to textbook chapters, and there's the chapter for topic 1. Then you would go to topics, and for each topic, this is topic 1. You'll see basically 2 types of things here. First thing you'll see is my bullet point list of what are the most important things from that chapter, which again, I'm calling a topic, but let's just call it chapter 1 of the book. These are the most important things. And then, and this is important, if you're not paying attention to the video, you're just letting it run in the background, this part is important. Then I post videos that I made of each of those major bullet points from the chapter. And it's a YouTube video, and so you would basically click on it. And as you'll see, and in chapter 1, this is basically our intro chapter. I basically, at that point, then create I try to kind of split it up so that you're not watching really long videos. But these YouTube videos, you can jump them out like by hitting this button. It'll make it the full screen. You can watch it in the YouTube site directly. You can do closed captioning. But it's basically the lectures for this course. You don't have to watch them. You could read the book if you just want to read the book, but you could also read the book and watch these videos that I made. And these exist for each topic that we cover. And then we have the tests and quizzes. So under tests and quizzes, sorry, I'm looking at this as a student. You'll see here that I'm starting to populate this with the topics that we have here. And so these will start to appear as the assignments that you would do. And these will be pretty straightforward. I will make the settings so that you can do the assignment multiple times until you get things completely correct. So that'll be something that I'm going to be working on here over the next day or two. And we obviously have the grade book. For the discussion form, I'm probably going to remove this tab and make it an assignments tab, because I think I'm going to create the discussion groups and have them done in Google Classroom. If you haven't used it before, I'll create a video that will walk you through it. But I actually think it's a much easier way to run discussions, you can be able to form your group to run things here. Okay. That hopefully should give you an overview of the syllabus and of the LawLima site. And then you can kind of just explore the LawLima site a little bit further and then look for more videos from me as we kind of just start ramping up for the semester.